Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Colin Burke, Senior Health Specialist at Art Jetter and Company, and welcome to today's webinar. As a lot of you guys know, Medicare is a topic that affects millions across the nation, so knowing the ins and outs of one of the largest lines of insurance is beneficial for any agent. So in a minute, I will be handing it off to Melissa, but before we proceed, I would like to highlight that Art Jetter and Company offers $125 AHIP reimbursement and free E&O insurance for any carriers that our agents get contracted with Art Jetter, which is just a couple of the many benefits of working alongside your friends at Art Jetter and Company. If you have any questions on our E&O or AHIP reimbursement, please contact your senior health specialist or call 800-228-0008. Again, that's 800-228-0008 and ask for a senior health specialist. If anyone has any questions during the webinar, we encourage you to use the questions box. From there, we will periodically stop to answer any questions that come in. So without further ado, let's get this webinar started, and thank you for your business.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. Really appreciate it. Art Jetter, you guys are an awesome partner of Humana's. Welcome, agents. Thank you so much for joining. I know that it is not easy to take time out of your day to get on trainings and learn something new. So again, really appreciate all of you joining. My name is Melissa Gwinnett. I am the channel director on the Medicare supplement team. I've been in the industry for 25 years this July. So if you're trying to guess how old I am, just so you know, I started when I was 12, if you were wondering. Just kidding. But this is my contact information, my email, my cell phone number. If you guys need anything, I am your Humana MedSup contact. Of course, I work really close with the Market Point people as well. You may have some people that you know directly in your area, which is totally fine too, but just know that in case you have some questions, you need help, you want to reach out, please feel free to do so. I'm all about knowing a friend before I need a friend. So I always tell agents I can be your friend before you need a friend. How about that? So really quick, our agenda today, we're just really going to talk about the opportunity here at Humana, talk about Plan G versus Plan N. I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the market right now. Going to talk why Humana products, and then just some of the IT enhancements that Humana has been putting along. You know, we really started ramping up this product about 2-3 years ago. And with doing that, of course, we have to make sure that we're always top of the mind and on top with IT stuff. So really quick, one of the things I always like to talk about is the power of the brand and why it is so important. So Humana is a household name, right? The big green Humana. We are an A-rated company with AM Best. We're also a Fortune 100 company. We're ranked number 4. Why do I talk about this? Why do I point it out? Really for the simple fact, when you do business with Humana, you and your client will always have the stability. You will know that we're always going to be here for you as the agent. We're going to be here for your client at the time of need. And 9 times out of 10, that's at time of claim, right? So just know that Humana is always going to be here for you as the agent and your client. So just really quick, want to talk about industry projection. Right now, what they're saying is there's going to be 18.4 million lives by 2031, and what that actually equals in MedSup premium is $54.4 billion. That's a lot of money on the Medicare supplement side. If you are currently not selling Medicare supplement, you should be considering it. And I think that $54.4 billion in premium tells the story itself, right? One of the things that you're always going to hear from me is it's your turn to be the educator. And the time is now with Medicare supplement. And why do I say that? There's 10,000 people that turn 65 every single day. And with some of the MA headwinds that we're hearing about, it's important to make sure that you have both products in your toolkit. Now more than ever will you need to be able to educate your clients fully. I'm sure there are a lot of us on here that used to see this flipped, right? So this little magic number here, 50% are likely MA, only 26% are likely Medicare supplement. I know some of my friends from Art Jetter have been in this industry as long as I have, and we've seen it teeter the other way, right? So we've seen 50% med sup and only 20% or 26% likely Medicare supplement. So we have seen the times change. What concerns me the most is right here, this 24%. So the 24% of people have chose original Medicare only. I want you to know that they are gambling, right? And they're going to need an agent like you to educate them. And then on the right side, what I always like to talk about is the top reasons why clients want Medicare supplement. I always call Medicare supplement the freedom of choice. They have the ability to go wherever they would like. They don't want to understand co-payments. They don't want to understand the MOOPs, the max out of pocket. MedSup, what I like to call, is the easy button for some. Okay, they don't want to have to worry about where they can go, who they can see. They don't want to wait for prior authorization. And what I always like to talk about is I love getting in the field with agents. And one of the very first questions I have to them, and I always pose this question, is I want you to think about it. And if it were you, or it were your parents or your grandparents, which product would you choose for yourself, for your family? Would it be MA? Would it be MedSup? I'm not saying either is right. I just always like to pose that question. Really makes our brains to start work, right? So what we have to do is make sure that our clients are being treated like our family. So Humana's strategy. So not only is pricing important, but so is rate stability. And we have provided that. It's so important for you as the agent to sell a good mix to keep rate increases to a minimum. We're always trying to make sure that we have up-to-date technology as well. We've implemented real-time underwriting. We have new states coming to the market in 2024. We just put out in, I want to say it was like April. I can't believe it's the middle of June. We did a text signature. So I'll go through some of that. When you're doing an application, you can just send a signature through text. We are engaging with all of our FMOs, our agency partners. We are in the field with all of our market point people, even the Medicare Advantage. But really what you're going to see us doing, you're going to see us in the field with our FMOs, with our top agencies, really engaging and spreading the Humana Medicare supplement word, and really just trying to make sure that we are a trusted partner. Our main goal at Humana is to make sure that you feel like we are a trusted partner and we can be trusted partners with you. So clients take original Medicare, right? So they take Part A, they take Part B. We know that Part A is the hospitalization side. Part B is everything else, right? So the doctor's visits, the chemotherapies, the MRIs, the CAT scans, literally anything but inpatient hospitalization. So it's important to make sure that you educate your clients on Medicare supplement plans that are right for them. So if that's the route they want to go and they want a Medicare supplement, guess what? The time is now for you to learn it if you have it, or B, make sure that you can talk about it. The most popular plans prior to MACRA, so we're Plan F. And what MACRA is, it's a law that came into place January 1st of 2020. So if you have clients that have Part B effective dates prior to January 1st of 2020, they can still purchase a Plan F. Now, if their effective dates are after January 1st of 2020, they can no longer purchase a Plan F. So what we've seen come into play after January 1st of 2020 was Plan G took over the most popular plan spot. But I will tell you, as an industry and as Humana, we are seeing increasing numbers on clients taking Plan N. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But what all these plans are up top are the different Medicare supplement plans that clients can purchase. It's important if a client wants original Medicare, they wanted to, do Part A and Part B, they need to purchase a Medicare supplement plan. The reason being is a lot of times clients turn 65 and they're going on Medicare and they absolutely think Medicare covers everything. Well, if you look at these check marks, Medicare doesn't cover everything, okay? So a lot of people that are wanting the Plan G As you can see, the only thing that's not covered with a Plan G is that Part B deductible. So a lot of people are, out shopping, they're looking, especially with MA headwinds. Agents, I'm sorry, but I think you're going to have a really crazy AEP this year. So just make sure that you are powered with knowledge to help share that with your consumers. So I really want to talk about Plan G versus Plan N and what some of these differences look like, okay? So they have original Medicare and they're choosing a Medicare supplement, okay? Most likely what we're gonna see, and I think what we have been seeing, not at Humana, but with some of our competitors, are higher rate increases on the horizon for Plan G. Okay, so I'm going to break down many of the reasons in the coming slides, but just what I've seen so far in some states, Plan F, Plan G are taking 12 to 15% rate increases. Now, I want you to keep in mind at Humana, we are still in single digit rate increases so far. Okay, we're not seeing all of the claims that some of our competitors are seeing right now, but I just want to make sure, that you know that. Plan G will most likely be one of the most sought after plans on the market, right? And it really is. It has been for a decade now. I mean, not even really a decade, but since Plan F was no longer able to come in, we have seen Plan G just take off. So what about Plan G and what does Plan G cover? So Plan G, and first off, I just want to talk about premium here for a second. So a 65-year-old female, okay, so aging into Medicare, 65-year-old female in one of our top states, which is the state of Texas, you're looking at about $120 a month for Medicare supplement premium, okay? But what does it cover? Basically, it's going to cover everything related to Part A. So if they go into the hospital, it's going to cover the Part A deductible. If they go into skilled nursing, it's going to cover days 21 through 100, 1 through 20 at 100%, and then days 21 through 100, it's going to pay their $204 per day. Okay, now when we come down to Part B, what's going to be a little bit different, and they're going to have some out of pocket, is this Part B deductible. So the first $240 for the clients, they do have to pay before Medicare will pay anything. Okay, so $240. Once they pay $240 on Part B, they are good to go. They have nothing else to worry about. One of the things that we'll touch a little bit on with Plan N is going to be this Part B excess charge, okay? A lot of agents are scared of this. Do not be scared of Part B excess. Now, if a client chooses Plan G, they don't have to worry about it, okay? They'll be responsible for zero Part B excess, but it's really not as scary as we think it is, okay? So typical premium for a Plan N, it's the 65-year-old female still in Texas. Average monthly premium is about $90 a month, okay? So with a Plan N, you can potentially save your client $300 to $400 a year for some simple costs that they might be associated with, okay? So really quick, as you can see, the Part A, so if they go into the hospital, that's completely covered. Skilled nursing is still covered. Medicare pays 100% days 1 through 20. Then they just have to pay the $204 a day, 21 through 100 days, okay? But where it's going to differ a little bit is they're still going to have this $240 Part B deductible. But after that $240 deductible, also, if they go into the hospital, they're going to have to pay, or I'm sorry, not the hospital, they go in to a doctor's office, they're potentially going to have to pay a $20 copay. Don't freak out. We're going to go over that in just a little bit. Also, if they go into the emergency room, they will possibly have a $50 copay. Now, I will tell you, if the client is admitted, that $50 copay is completely waived, okay? Everything else is going to look exactly the same except for these Part B excess fees. And we're going to go over that and what that actually means and how it can actually affect a client, okay? So, some are confused. really confused on the excess charge. Again, another reason to make sure that you understand it and you are the educator. So basically what this excess charge is, other than premium and the $20 copay and the $50 copay, so $20 copay is for any doctor, any specialist, any teledoc, okay? And now I want you to keep in mind, it's 20% of the charge or up to $20. A lot of times what we're seeing clients build is like a $16 copay, which is fine because let's face it, people aging into Medicare, they're used to being on group plans and they're used to paying copays. I have a $25 copay when I have to go see a doctor. So to me, this would be nothing, but there is a big savings like we talked about in month or in yearly premium. You're talking about saving $300 to $400 versus a few copays, okay? But excess charge, this can be the scary part. Don't let it scare you. Okay, so again, only 2% of providers can charge excess fee. And what those 2% of providers are, is they basically don't accept Medicare's assignment, okay? So some of our big clinics like Mayo Clinic in Minnesota, they don't like to accept Medicare's assignment. However, less than actually 0.5% of providers actually charge excess fees, okay? Now, one of the things I want to make sure that you know, and you can tell your client, the doctors do have to tell the client if they charge excess fees, and also want to let you know there's about, I want to say 8 states that don't allow providers to charge excess fees altogether. And we'll go over what some of those states are. So again, the biggest thing to know about is the excess fee. But what can Plan N do for your client? It lowers their premium because the client now has a little bit of cost share. It offers competitive and stable premiums, lower and more carrier control of utilization. And what I mean by that is the guarantee issue block of business is not allowed into a Plan N. Okay, so the guarantee issue business, you're really sick people coming in, they get a guarantee issue, it's not allowed on Plan N. So that's why a person could save anywhere from $300 to $400 on annual premium. But again, just really want to make sure that you hone in down here to this Plan N excess charge. 98% of doctors who accept Medicare patients, they accept Medicare assignment. So that's where that 2% comes from, okay? So, and then less than half of them charge excess fees. So if you are selling a Plan N policy to a client, anytime they go to a doctor, they need to make sure that the doctor accepts assignment. If the doctor doesn't accept assignment, they need to make sure that they check and make sure that they can charge the excess fee. However, again, like I said, it's hardly any premium or any, the excess fee is a very low dollar. So how can Humana help you with your clients? Any questions about the Plan G, Plan N, please feel free to put those in the chat. I am open to take any questions. I know Colin's on the line. He knows a lot about it. He can help as well. So Humana has 2 different products. Yeah, go for it.
Oh, I got a couple questions in here. You spoke about a disclosure. Is that a written notice?
So it can be a written notice, or they do. Normally what we're seeing is they're posting it in their office. Like they're posting it on like a printed sheet of paper that they don't accept Medicare assignment.
And then one other one here that came in talking about the 0.5% of the Part B excess charges question. Is that 0.5% of the 2%?
That is correct. So it's very minimal. So it is only 0.5% of that 2% we were talking about that actually charge excess fees. I'm going to be honest with you. I've been in the industry for 25 years. Been dealing with a lot of agents in my career. Most recently, I have talked to probably, I want to say, outskirts of 500 agents, I've ran into 2 agents where their clients have been charged excess fee. And they said it was minimal. It might have been $10 to $20. It wasn't anything crazy. Okay. Clear as mud.
Just one other question. Do you know what the source is that you got the percentages from?
I do. It was actually Deft Research. And Deft Research is an integrity company. They did a bunch of research on it. You can find it out at deftresearch.com.
That will clear everything up. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. So Humana's got a couple different plans. One is our traditional plan. One is our Achieve plan. I will go over the differences. But here are some of the most important differentiators when positioning Humana against some of our competition. The Achieve product, we have 3 different types of discounts depending upon what state you're selling in. As an agent, I will tell you, make sure you know what state you're selling in and you know which product you're selling. On our Achieve product, we have a 12% enhanced household discount. What that 12% enhanced household discount says, all your client has to do is live with another individual over the age of 18, and we automatically give them a 12% discount. Why? Actuary studies show that when we live with other individuals that are adults, we tend to be a little bit healthier. I think about myself. If I hear my husband coughing or I feel like he's tired, like I'm always checking on him, right? Are you sure you're okay? So that's kind of where that comes into play. On our traditional product, we do have the 12% enhanced household discount in some states. We also have the 5% household discount, which says that both people in the house have to be applying. And then there's also a 3%. But one of the coolest things to me, I came from a competitor before I came to Humana, but we also give a $2 monthly discount if your clients do auto withdraw through either a checking account or a savings account. But the coolest thing is if they use a credit card or a debit card, we also give them a $2 monthly discount. How cool is that? I know a lot of seniors like to use credit card because they like to earn points, miles, money, whatever the case may be. And a lot of times what I see is our competitors charge more for that service. We're actually giving them a $2 discount, okay? So along with having competitive premiums, really our national average rate increase over the last 3 years has been single-digit rate increases. Again, I know I said that some of our competitors are taking double digits. Right now, the highest one that I have seen on the book so far through September is an 8% rate increase. So it's going to look like, you know, pennies compared to some of the 15 to 20% that we're seeing out there. Also, we want to make it easy for you to do business with us. We don't have any hidden fees. There's no policy fees, no application fees. This can help save your clients an additional $25 to $30. And guys, most importantly, one thing I want you to know is feedback is a gift. So if you're giving us feedback, that helps us get better, right? Because we don't always know everything, and you're in the field, but I will tell you, you guys asked and we listened on this portion. We now have real-time underwriting. I know we have immediate decision. I know this says 60 to 70%. I will tell you, we're sitting at about 20% immediate decision. This was something that we rolled out during last AEP, so it is still very brand new to us. Our main goal is to get to 60 to 70% real-time underwriting, and we'll touch a little bit on that. But basically, when you submit an application to Humana, 20% of the time, you're going to get an automatic approval. You might get an automatic denial, or you might get a, hey, we're looking at this, and an underwriter is going to reach out to the policyholder. Okay. We also have very competitive commissions. Obviously, you'll need to check with your upline. If our Jetter's your upline, make sure you chat with them about it. And then also, we have an awesome bonus program going, which I will talk about in here just a few slides. But the first product I want to talk about, this is our traditional product. okay? So this is where our national footprint falls into play. As you can see, we have product in every single state, right? So this is the traditional product. And what is the difference between our traditional product and the next product that I'm going to talk about, which is our Achieve product, okay? Not only do we have competitive premiums out here for our clients, but our traditional product also has a built-in benefit of silver sneakers. So if you absolutely know that you have a client that wants silver sneakers, know that Humana's added value service of silver sneakers is on our traditional footprint plan, okay? So it's an extra service that's added right in. We do have household discounts on this as well. Check your state. We do have some states that have 12% enhanced household discount. So that's the one where it says they just have to live with another individual over the age of 18. We also have 5% and 3% if two people are applying in again, it matters what state you're in. Now, the next product I want to talk about is our Achieve product, okay? This is our newest product, and this is the product that we will be expanding from now on. Our primary focus is to make sure that we can get Achieve in all states. This product might be priced a little bit different. It might be a little bit cheaper depending upon what state you're in, because this product does not have silver sneakers, okay? If you're in a state that has both the traditional plan and the Achieve plan, please make sure you're checking the prices, because honestly, the traditional plan could be a little bit cheaper. It might only be $10 to $15 more if you have a client who wants silver sneakers, okay? So we are looking to expand just in 2024. We're looking to expand our Achieve product in 10 new states, okay? So make sure you keep an eye on that. We always send out updates via email. You will get our email updates. If you are not contracted, like I said before, please get contracted through Art Jetter. They would be happy to help you get contracted. I always like to show this to agents because these are our top 10 med sup states, okay? So our traditional product is the states in pink, and then the Achieve product is the states in green. So the traditional product, that's the top 10 most selling states, are in pink, and then Achieve is going to be in green. So if you're seeing your state light up here, know that we are selling quite a bit of product in those states. Now, I know that you're probably, if you're in Nebraska, you're in Iowa, the Midwest, you're not seeing those light up. I will tell you that some of our competitors are having rate increases come July and August, and we are going to be sitting right up in the top 5 in some of these markets. So make sure that you're looking, make sure that you're, using your quoting tools, and you're keeping up to date on where Humana sits. And of course, you can always reach out to us. We would be more than happy to help you. So one of the things that I always like to talk about is extra added benefits. Okay, this is something that is provided for free to your clients. It's not going to be in any of their policy information. These are just extra services that Humana provides. In their policy, they will get an extra sheet that shows them what's available to them. But make sure that you know about these so you're educating the clients in the event that they need to use these. So we already talked about silver sneakers. This is on our traditional product. However, the other 3 benefits that you see on this screen, they are on our traditional product and also our Achieve product. This is no additional cost to your client. But what we do is there's a plan that offers discounts, okay? So there's True Hearing. They can save money for hearing aids, hearing services. We use iMed. There's a vision discount. It's great for members who don't maybe have a hearing benefit or a vision benefit. There's a lifeline discount on here, so the help I've fallen and can't get up button. We do retail with some of their providers to provide a discount. We also do Welldyne. What is Welldyne? Let's say that you have a client who goes inpatient into the hospital and then they get discharged. When they get discharged, they can sign up and we will send them 14 meals after an inpatient hospitalization. A lot of times this matters, right? They can't get in the kitchen. They don't have enough strength. Also, what we have is access to a 24-hour nurse line. They can call in and talk to a non-emergency, as long as it's a non-emergency, I always tell them. But maybe this nurse can give them reassurance. Maybe they they took an extra med today and they didn't realize it until now, and the doctor's office is closed. They can call, the nurse advice line. Maybe they're having some heaviness in the chest. Really, they can call this line and they can help give them guidance and support without really having to call the doctor's office. So again, all of these added benefits are at no additional cost. Super important to make sure that the clients know about them. So underwriting, I love hitting on underwriting a little bit. So just some ways that Humana differs from some of our competitors. Things that we accept. If you have somebody who's a diabetic and they're not taking more than 50 units of insulin, submit it, okay? If they have blood pressure and they're on multiple medications, submit it. If they're on a combination of diabetes medication, cholesterol, blood pressure, submit it, okay? Some of the top declines that we're currently seeing, people who have pending surgery or they have follow-up treatment that they've not done yet. Narcotic pain management or chronic pain is a big thing right now, okay? I know we've got a lot of the opioid crisis going on, but this is a big thing. Now, is this somebody who's been out of surgery and was on oxycodone for a month? No, this is people who are taking narcotic pain management and chronic pain daily, okay? The top decline, someone currently has cancer, leukemia. The top medication decline that we see is blood thinners in the past 12 months. Does this apply to somebody who maybe had a heart attack or had a stroke maybe a month ago, or maybe they had something happen where they have to be on short-term blood thinner medication? No, it does not apply to them. One of the things I also want to let you know, because it's massive, if a client answers yes to a question on the application, that does not mean it's an automatic decline. Do not be afraid to submit that application or call our underwriting team. If you take anything away from today's presentation, please write down this underwriting pre-screen line. We have live underwriters who pick up this phone and you can ask them anything you need. It's 1-800-825-7858 option 4. 1-800-825-7858 option 4. You can call them and ask them anything you need to. If it makes you feel better to talk to them before you submit an application. Some of the things that I always hear from agents in the field is underwriting is scary. It's a lot. Everything gets declined. Do not be afraid to give our underwriters a call. So at Humana, we love technology and we love making your job easier, right? Do we accept paper applications? Absolutely, we do. However, we also have what's called Vantage. This is your Bible, right? This is where you can find anything you want to know Humana related. Again, if you're contracted, you have access. If you're not contracted, please get with our Jetter, get contracted. It's important. One of the things you can do here is you can quote people, you can enroll them, you can do it electronically. Use eHub, okay? Yes, you can use FastApp, but I always say use eHub. We're going to sunset FastApp eventually, but eHub also has the text signature available, so use eHub. Sales and marketing, you can go to our marketing resource center and I'll show you some of the stuff that's out there. But here, if you go to Medicare Supplement, you go down here to where it says Medicare Supplement. Under this Medicare Supplement, you can get application packets. You can find the Medicare and You book. Literally, you can find the outlines of coverage. Anything you need is out there. We also give you access to the MedSup Agent Guidebook. This is huge. We also give you access to the Medicare Supplement Underwriting Guide. This is a PDF. If you click on one of these and you hit Control F, you can type in what you're looking for, hit enter, and it will take you right there. Okay, so it's user-friendly, simple to use. The marketing resources, this is just an example of some of the stuff we have out there for you. We have an agent playbook that you can show to your clients. We can help you with flyers, postcards. Put your stuff out there. If you want to send a postcard with your personalized information, we absolutely can do that, okay? Again, eHub, make sure you're using it. You can quote, you can start an application, you can stop it, you can save it. You can do real-time underwriting through eHub. Gives you a cross-sell opportunity if you want to sell maybe an individual dental vision and policy with us. But the signature option, the SMS text signature, is so slick. So what you will do, you will go through the application, you're going to input your client's mobile device number, so their cell phone number. What it's going to do is when you put their number in, it's going to send them a text, and it's going to say your application is ready for signature. They can view the application, but then what they need to do when they're done is they need to give you the 4-digit code that gives them. Please do not write down 4897. Everyone is unique. Everyone gets a different code, okay? So they're going to tell you what their code is. You're going to put that in, and boom, it's going to send it directly through to us, okay? And then what they're going to get is they're going to get a thank you, your application has been submitted and received. So to them, it's peace of mind knowing that Humana actually has received their application and we are looking at it. So I told you we are doing straight through underwriting. So this is just kind of behind the scenes what happens. So an application comes through to us. It hits what we call Milliman, okay? We do an MIB and we do a prescription drug check. Some of our applications are going straight through. You will get a notice that says the application is approved, okay? If it's something that we're denying, we're going to tell you it did not meet the criteria. The application has been denied. If you need further information, guys, here's that underwriting number again. Write that down. And then sometimes we get stuff where maybe they answered yes to a heart issue on an application and we need to review it. So what will happen is it will tell you that we will get in contact with the policy holder and we will go through and do a brief 3 to 5 minute possible telephone interview. And then what happens once a decision is made, you are, we tell you it's either been approved, it's been declined, whatever the case may be. But one of the last things I want to talk about before we kind of open it up is our Q2 bonus. Believe it or not, it's middle of June. This is almost over, okay? Take advantage of this. All you have to do is write one application with Humana and we automatically pay you. It's kind of like a thank you for trying us out. We appreciate you. $300 for underwritten applications, $100 for open enrollment applications. We do not pay on guarantee issue applications for bonus money, okay? Once the policy has been inactive for 60 days, we will pay you your bonus. Now, this is ending the end of July. However, keep your summer turned on. We're turning up the heat. I'm in Iowa. I know Colin's in Iowa. It's a hot 95 degrees here. Storms are brewing every other week. But we are extending this bonus. We are changing it just a little bit, but what we're doing is $250 per underwritten plan. Also, guys, if you're writing Plan N, I want to take one step back. If you're writing Plan N, we're also through the end of June going to pay you $300 for any Plan N that's open enrollment or underwritten, okay? So we're paying you that. But what we're going to do through the end of summer for Q3 is we're going to pay $250 for Plan N open enrollment applications and Plan N underwritten applications, and then $250 for any other underwritten app. If it's something other than Plan N open enrollment, we're going to pay you $50 per open enrollment application. Okay, now check out what states you're in. You can see the color coded down below. We've expanded a lot of the blue states and paying the higher bonus, but unfortunately some of the yellow and the green restrict us on what we can pay. Okay, I know it's not quite summer yet, but hopefully this will get you started a little early, right? Again, I really appreciate you guys. I know it's not easy. I know Plan N can be scary. Colin, are there any questions that I can field or answer? Now, keep in mind, I'm not an underwriter, but I will do my best. And if there's anything I can't answer for underwriting, I will definitely have Colin send them to me. I will get with an underwriter and respond. Okay.
Yeah, I got one more question that came in here. It is, do you pay commissions on guarantee issue or birthday rules, which I know they can be a little bit different depending on the agent, but is there anything that you
Correct.
can get into on that?
And depending upon the state, so it depends upon what state you're selling in. Some of the states say that we have to pay full birthday rule commission, and some say we do not. So what I would highly suggest is know what state you're selling it in, and maybe ask Art Jetter what what the comp schedule looks like. If whoever asked that question, if you can tell me what state you're in, I might be able to tell you about birthday rule, but at least just in general. I can't give you like the amount that we pay or how we pay it, but I know in the state of California, is the state maybe California? I know California tells us we have to pay full commission even if it's birthday rule.
They said Oklahoma, which I know Oklahoma is fairly new to it, so I'm not sure.
It is, and it follows guarantee issue.
Okay.
Oklahoma follows guarantee issue rule. So it's either a percentage or just a dollar amount, depending upon the contract. So Colin, that might be something you guys could look at for them.
Okay. Yep, we could definitely do that.
I don't talk commission. That's something I've learned a long time ago. I always say that's way above my pay grade. So.
Yeah. And then let's see here. Rate increases. Do you have like an estimated rate increase that you've had across the country, or?
Yep. So the highest we've seen so far, and what it's really, I've seen them through the end of September so far, and the most I have seen is 8%. It is literally single digit for Humana. And I don't know, I know a lot of what's going on in the industry right now is COVID catch up, right? Because people during COVID didn't get maintenance surgeries or scheduled surgeries done. They only did it if, there was a necessity. And I think that's a lot of what our carriers are finding. However, so far, claims related, we're not seeing that here at Humana. But also keep in mind, we weren't super competitive during the COVID era. So we're not seeing a whole lot of that, guys.
Right. Nothing else coming in just yet. We'll give it just a minute here while we wait. I do want to highlight one other thing with Art Jetter and Company. We do have 2 quoting tools that focus on Medicare. The first one is CSG, which is we predominantly use it for quick and accurate Medicare supplement quotes. And then the second one being Connecture, which is used for Medicare supplement and Medicare Advantage. So you could quote both options for Humana. So what it does is it can take your client's health information, prescriptions, and provider information to accurately quote max out of pockets for Medicare Advantage, prescription drug plans, and you can even make sure that your providers are in network for your clients. And they do offer direct enrollment, and they are free to use for any of our agents that are appointed with a Medicare carrier through Art Jetter and Company. So there is another option for you guys. Give us a call, ask us any questions you need to about that. But if that is something that you want to get enrolled in, please let us know.
And Colin, one other thing I just want to make sure that we reiterate, guys, it's so important to make sure, especially going into this AEP, we don't really 100% know what it's going to look like yet. Make sure that you yourself have educated yourself on Medicare supplement and you have both options of Medicare Advantage and Medicare supplement in your toolkit. I can't tell you how important it will be this year, okay? I want to make sure that every agent understands how important to have both it's going to be. And I don't care what you sell, right? I don't care what you offer. Just make sure that you're educated.
All right, that is perfect. I got one other question, and then if nothing else comes in, we can wrap it up. Do you know much about the Illinois birthday rule going on? Seems like a good marketing opportunity.
Yep. So the Illinois birthday rule, as far as commissions go, I believe it also follows the guarantee issue. But yeah, it is a good marketing opportunity. But another thing that I always tell agents, if you've got people with birthday rule and they're healthy, do not be afraid to send them through underwritten, because A, you're going to get paid more, and B, you're going to get that bonus, right? So, but if you know that someone's not healthy, yeah, it's a great opportunity for those clients to move. We're seeing more and more states adopt that, so we'll see what the future holds. But as of right now, I want to say there's maybe just a handful of those states. And again, just know you can reach out to me. You can reach out to your local representative. You might have an internal representative that you talk to here at Humana. Just know that if you guys need anything, we are absolutely here for you guys. And our main goal is to make sure that we are your partner in the senior market.